I still think the connection between Shedeur Sanders and Tom Brady when Dion was with Under Armour, Shedeur trained with Tom Brady for years. I think the Raiders take him at 6. I think they just gave Geno Smith an extension, a $75 million extension, I think, for a couple of years. But I don't think that stops them.
So,
If Shedeur falls to 6, I don't think that stops Tom Brady as a minority owner and probably the person that's doing running all the football operations behind the scenes from picking up a Shedeur Sanders. If
but
Tom
Bong,
Brady passes up on Shedeur Sanders at 6, I think there's question marks there.
what are we? What? Who are we saying the Patriots take though?
Um,
They
Because
go offensive they
they're
go
not going
offensive tackle.
quarterback. They got May, so we know
They
that's
go
not.
offensive so they go offensive tackle, they go Will Campbell.
okay, I think that's who was slotted, and you
But
need
but but
you know
it sounds like Nunya's not even sold on that, so he's willing to just give the pick up.
I wouldn't if I was the Patriots, I wouldn't mind giving up the pick.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind trade back. Right?
yeah.
There's so many teams right now that are in a position to trade back. If you're the Browns, why wouldn't you trade back?
Right, especially if you're not gonna get who you really wanted at that point. Like trade back,
I
get a
mean,
couple more picks, and
the Browns are they don't
they're in
want to.
rebuild mode. To be honest,
I was about to say they don't want
like
to admit it, but the
yeah,
Browns are in rebuild mode.
yeah.
Uh, Penner says Shador to the Giants.
I was just getting
I
ready to
could
say that.
I could see it. I could see it, but it doesn't make sense that they picked up Russell. I mean, I
And
guess Russell
Bomb,
Wilson, Jameis Winston on.
mm, it's they're listen, they're already rolling with who they got. They picked up Winston and Wilson. Like that's the two W's. It may not get no dubs, but I don't know.
So
Um,
Nunya, you're not feeling O line at 4.
No,
yeah,
he
I don't
said
think
there's
so.
tons of good players.
He said,
He's saying there's tons of good players from 4 to 12.
but here's something else that Nunya said. Bong, you've been talking about this, right? You've
Yeah,
been talking about Shador to the Raiders.
yeah. I mean, I again, I've been saying that since last year, right? The connection is too strong. Deion Sanders was with Under Armour before he got back with Nike. Tom Brady was with Under Armour. Tom Brady has tutored and coached, not coached, but trained his son, and apparently has him on that Tom Brady plyometrics type, the workouts, the dieting, like the way he eats, eating clean, like all that stuff. Why? Why would you not? And then Shedeur Sanders tracks well in Vegas. You need somebody for that big a stage. Vegas is that city that it doesn't matter who you're a fan of. If you're in Vegas for the weekend and there's football being
You going
played,
to the
give
game?
me a ticket. I'm going to the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, you going to the game.
So I mean, Shador on that big stage, you need that machismo, you need that bravado, you need that confidence, that arrogance almost. You know what I'm saying, for that big a stage. And I just don't see. I didn't even see Geno Smith as a good fit for what the Raiders want to do. I
Well,
get, I
I,
get that there's the Pete Carroll.
I was gonna say Carroll is there. He's
Yeah,
comfortable with him. He brought him in. Like I could see it, especially if you're talking about a bridge quarterback. Why not? You
yeah,
know this guy. It's at least in your system, you feel he's proven. What are you guys a year removed from each other? Like it's not like 5 years down the line. You're not expecting him to be there for 5 years down the line. This is, Geno Smith is in the later stages of his career.
right,
This is a situation, a complete bridge type. He's gonna be there for this season. Like I said, if they happen to draft Shador, like you were saying, Bong, it's the minute you start seeing Geno Smith fucking up, they just gonna turn it over to
86.
yeah,
Shador.
yeah.
86.
Yeah, like
Atlanta opened the door for the that type of bullshit, right? They paid Kirk Cousins and then they drafted Michael Penix in the top 10. And
yeah,
Yeah.
then now, as soon as Kirk Cousins turned into Kirk Cousins, I don't know why the fuck gave him 100 million. Man. That's neither here nor there. Hey man, we're going to Penix and we're gonna
yeah.
keep you on the roster as a backup. and as soon as somebody gets hurt, we'll trade your ass to the highest bidder. Like,
But see, I'll ask this though.